the Tulane Green Wave, and as this city likes to say, let the good times roll, and the Tulane fans are certainly ready for that. What we have in store today, a clash between a pair of squads from the American. As we'll see, the Florida Atlantic Owls taking on the Tulane Green Wave. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Owls offense will start this game off. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
And the Owls in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Grab near the marker is Henry. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing it. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. That's caught. It's clapped. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
In college football, you see this a ton now, and you use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
The Owls can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Running back searching for a hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
And the Owls are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Rides the back on the option, the give. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
This Florida Atlantic offense is moving quickly. To the air on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Grab behind the line. It's Messer. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
And a great job by the defense seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Messer. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. So after the break, they'll go back to work. action on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Complete to the left. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
Wants to keep it in the air. Looking to get it in. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside, defense.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stand.
Looking for the end zone, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic.
You talk about ball control offense. This offense just held the ball for the whole first quarter and then some. Strung a drive together, making the great plays when they needed them. That's a great opening statement from this offense.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Tulane's offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock and they're hard workers.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's a heat. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Offense in a bunch formation. Going right to work up top. Makes the catch. It's Messer. Turning it on. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Owls can really attack on this 2nd and short. Rides the back and leaves it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Touchdown Owls! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the 2nd half to get some stops.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside is 5. And the returner goes down. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. On the run, it's Mobley. Looking for room at the 25. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the 1st half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Pucks it out of the air. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Back to pass on 2nd down. Quickly to the tight end. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in New Orleans for a fun 1st half than you? And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed, he simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this 2nd half. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Yulman Stadium.
Florida Atlantic will try to kick it deep and break the seal on this 2nd half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Makes the grab. It's Mobley. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there getting that first.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Hayes. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25.
defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Reed. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime they were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively. And right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the 1st down. They need him to play great in the second half.
Wants to throw it. Looking for the goal line. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. They'll go to the air. Tight end finds a soft spot. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Now the play fake. Big fella moving. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. The give on the inside. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield. It's Sands. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. All right, guys, so Florida Atlantic has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Got it looking for a first. He's past the 30. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Florida Atlantic going back to work after moving the chains. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Finds his man. It's Henry. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. This Florida Atlantic offense is on a roll. They'll leave it with the lone back. Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39.
And how about this offense, man? Being able to succeed, still winning without their bell cow, without their star being their star. This offense has not had a great game on the ground, but they're still in the lead.
And the Owls with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. The Owls really need to keep this drive alive on third down. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. And the Owls line up trying to move the sticks on third and short. He'll do it himself. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's no good. He missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the grab. It's Mobley. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And you're seeing why this guy is on the field during 2-minute situations. He can catch the football and make things happen. Nobody open downfield. You just dump it down to him and let the guy go to work, pick up a huge play, and help this offense get in position to win the game.
Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Passing situation, what do I want to do? I want to bring more guys that can cover guys on the outside. Nice job by this defense, running the dime package, more DBs on the field to match up with all these speedy wide receivers.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Right down the middle. Finds the big tight end. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, and no doubt that's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.